Tonight, it's Madden NFL Football. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Left side, this is Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. North, and that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here we go. 50, green. Just like that. Hey, blue.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. North. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, Woodson. Now he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Boy, still in the first. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Second down, Martin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Letting one go deep for Roberts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on, 10. Seal, black. Hey, no fury. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Again, it's Martin. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return. Up 10 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll run on first down. Woodson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first.
Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th. On the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Martin. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, North escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give to Martin here out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 3rd down. North. And it's complete to Martin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So the Broncos coming out now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Hey, I'm coming. 54, come on, 54, come on. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing to start the drive. North looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And a 10th carry here from Martin. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good... Good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Martin.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, North. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and off it in order to get maximum out of it. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Striker, 3-3. Hey, cross steal. Claws red.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. North. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver's offense now set to go.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. North.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run off tackle with Martin. Good footwork at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. North. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Check safety, check safety. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Blue strike. Strike. Strike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Letting one go deep for Roberts. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Ready, right.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! From 8 yards out.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw on second down. North. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Flushed out right.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They set up the screen to Martin, and he'll be out right at the 35.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far, averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Ultra.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. 28-21, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 35-21, the final score. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slow. down because they certainly are operating. At peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Spike 60. Smash, red. Hey, check mega.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there, 72 yards, and the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career, but what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That drive started on their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on second down. North escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw on third down. North. And Martin's got it, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Operating from the gun. North. Throw left side complete. That's Reyes.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Check 26, check 26. Yellow, line. Ready, ready.
On first down, Hughes.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run on first down. Woodson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Weaver, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down now, Woodson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
On the double. Claw, 10. Check right. Let's go.
On first down, it's Hughes, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw on second down. North. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Draw play. This is Martin. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards.
Miami set to take over.
Here we go.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Switch, yellow.
They'll run on first down. Weaver.
He'll take this to the 46.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd down, it's Hughes. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Weaver. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd down, North. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. On the draw, here's Martin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. North. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. North. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 9. Black shot.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's at cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, North eluding the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, North. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. So now here come the Dolphins.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll run on first down. Weaver. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They run over center with Martin. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. North. He'll get this to Bell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Caught here by Bell. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Woodson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Weaver.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.